Hello, hello, hello. Hi, hi, hi. Hope you're well. Hope you're swell. Hope you're waiting. Hope you're gravy. Hope you're gravy. I had a dream I was in an arranged marriage. It wasn't that bad, you know? It was okay. It felt like we were just friends and we are just getting to know each other and we're warming up to each other. We were like feeling each other out. Yeah, but I got the sense that it'd be okay, that things would work out. So I was like, you know what? Anyway, last night oh my gosh, there's a game I want to play called It Takes Two, but like the title, It Takes Two. It's a rom-com game, romantic comedy, and I believe you can play it by yourself, and like the AI would take over the other character, and you can play with the computer. That's just sad. I don't want to do that because I've always wanted to play this game with a girl, so I'm waiting patiently. When did the game come out? It came out a while ago too. Like It Takes Two. 2021. It came out in 2021. That's crazy, man. I believe that's the same year I bought my PlayStation, if I'm not mistaken. When did I buy my PlayStation? I think that's the year. 2021. My PlayStation 4. I got my PlayStation 4 in 2021, I believe. Wait, let me. Like when in 2021? No. There's a sequel coming out? Oh my god, there's a sequel coming out? I'm an idiot. So It Takes Two came out on the 25th of March, 2021. When did I get my PlayStation phone? This is important to me because now I'm like, it's not important because it's actually important. It's important because I just want to remember it. Because now it's just bothering me. When did I get it? There has to be some sort of event tied to it that helps me remember. Like what happened in 2021 that makes me think that I got it then. 2020. I don't think I got it in 2020. Did I order it online or did I buy it in a store? Why can't I remember this? This is embarrassing. Anyway, I guess I just won't. No, which annoys me. It's really bothering me. But anyway, 2021. The reason why I'm saying I'm an idiot is because towards the end of 2021, I'd started seeing someone. When you say you're seeing someone, this is the thing. I wasn't in a relationship. I was quote unquote seeing someone. When you say you're seeing someone, does that mean you're in a relationship, or does that mean you're seeing someone? So it's like, yeah, it's not a relationship, but it's not nothing. It's that weird in between. You're seeing someone. I don't know. Is that what people mean when they say? Is that what people mean when they say they're seeing someone? Or when people say I'm seeing someone, does that mean like I'm in a committed relationship? I don't know. Because some might say you either are or aren't in a relationship. Like you either are or are not. Like which one is it? But it's one of those things where it's like it's not like it's not. If I were to start seeing someone else while I was engaged with that girl, like there'd be a problem. She'd be like, no, and there'd be drama, and all her friends would be talking about me, and I'll be this bad guy. So it's like, it's a weird situation where it's like we're not in a relationship, but I can't just start talking to some other girl. And the reason why I'm saying, that is because that's what happened. Well, in my defense, I think things had started to kind of unravel by the time I decided to start talking to someone else. But then it just became a thing. And everyone just got involved because it was we had mutual friends and stuff like that, and yeah, there's just drama attached to that. Look, I'll be honest. It didn't help that. Nah, I don't want to air my business because it makes me look bad, so I'm not gonna say it. Anyway, I'll just say I was seeing someone because I think that's accurate, right? Let someone let me know in the comments. I don't care what you think. I'll say I think I'll see someone, and we had a ritual. Just a routine. She'd come over and play. It was Crash Team Racing. Crash Bandicoot. They had a game, Crash Team Racing. They have a game, Crash Team Racing. I believe it's a remake. I don't know if it's like a new Crash Team Racing. I believe it's a remake of the old one. Or maybe I'm wrong about that. I don't know. But yeah, she'd come over and we would play that a lot. That was fun. That was the thing we do together a lot. And there was a particular level that she liked. It was like if you've played Crash Team Racing, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's the racetrack with it's very pink and has it's candy themed, and yeah, it's just a very cute pink candy themed racetrack, and it's very easy too. Like not a lot of sharp turns, and I think that's why she liked it because it was easy to get around. And she would actually win some of those. Am I bad for not letting her win? Like, when we play together, we play competitively, and I'll never go easy on her. Like, I never let her win. I think that's a good thing, because when she actually wins, she's actually winning. She's not being given a W. I don't know. Maybe I should have been more generous. Anyway, it was fun. We created a lot of memories that way. I can even visualize them right now. Like, it was genuinely fun. And it was nice of her to accommodate me, because it was my idea. It was nice of her to accommodate me in that way. I don't think she's into video games that much, but I think she just wanted to make me happy. But this was around August, September, October. The whole thing lasted about 3, 4 months. And It Takes Two, the game I just mentioned just now, had been out since March. I don't know why the fuck I didn't play It Takes Two. Well, I mean, it probably was expensive around that time, right? Because it had just come out, so it probably cost a lot of money. That's probably why I could have saved and bought it. But also at that time, yeah, I don't know. I was a student. I wasn't employed, so I would have had to have asked my mom for money to buy the game, and at that time it was new, so it would have probably been very expensive. She wouldn't have given me just because of all the other expenses she had to cover pertaining to my studies and stuff like that. So I don't think I'd have had the luxury. I don't think I'd have the luxury of buying that game during that time, unless I was very prudent and frugal, just save my cash. But I wasn't. That would have been fun to play. But I think it's a good thing that I didn't play with that girl because things didn't work out. I think it'll be better to play with someone I'm actually like in a relationship with. I think it'll mean more. It's nice to know there's a sequel coming out, so we can play the first one and then play the second. Hopefully, the second one is good as well. People really liked the first one. People really liked the first one, so we'll play the second one and see. Hopefully, I like it because I'm actually assuming that I'm gonna like the first one. We'll see. I don't know why I'm making that assumption. What if I hate it? What if I think this is some trash? We'll see. Hopefully, I like it. Hopefully, she likes it. Sometimes I'm tempted to just invite some girl that I'm not in a relationship with and play with her. I could do that, but it's just it wouldn't be the same. It wouldn't be the same. And how'd that work? Would I go to her house? Would she come to mine? I don't know if I want anybody to my house. Yeah, no. I think it works. It only works like if you're like in a relationship. It just means more. We need to normalize more couples games, romantic games, romantic co-op games. That's fire. It's a fire concept. Like, make that more mainstream. I think these companies make a ton of money if they found a way to replicate that formula, like that it takes two formula. You know what I was thinking about? Because I was, it's just got me thinking. I was talking about sharing these experiences and whatnot, and it got me thinking about, because yesterday I was thinking about sexual intimacy and how that's something that you don't just share with anyone. And I am saving myself for marriage, and this is a thought I had yesterday while I was making breakfast. That detail is unnecessary, but I just remembered that that's what I was doing when I was thinking this. Anyway, why do I go on these tangents? I was thinking about how in prior eras, so I'm Gen Z. I think the generation force is millennials, right? It's millennials and then Gen Z and then what's the new one? Gen Alpha. Gen Z is very awkward. It's very awkward. So I think we're described as the sexless generation, right? We have the least sex out of all prior generations. And we're just socially awkward and we have all these issues. It made me think about how in prior eras, if you're someone who is waiting until marriage to have sex and all these sort of things, I think you'd have been a lot more weird back then. Now, it's a thing of like, there's different reasons why people aren't having sex. So you've got some people that want to have sex, but, they can't. You have some people that are waiting. You have some people that are, and I think this is a big issue with a lot of maybe more so with Gen Z females than males. But I think there are a lot of people who are just awkward. Like, is that not the same thing as they want to but can't? So we would say involuntarily celibate. I think that phrase, that term is loaded. It comes with a lot of negative connotations because it makes people seem morally deficient. So there is a category of those people that are, but I do think that what I've seen is that because of like social media and the internet and all these sort of things, a lot of people have just become so awkward that they don't know how to talk to each other. And it's just made it difficult to engage in relationships and intimacy, and a lot of people are very lonely and all these sort of things. Regardless, I'm actually surprised sometimes to find out just how many people are just virgins. It's actually quite a few. It's quite a few. In Gen Z, at least. That's what I was saying, like in prior generations, like millennials. I think it would have been more weird back then to be a virgin in your 20s. Now it's just like, it's kind of, I don't know if it's the norm. I think, I don't know if that's the majority. I think it's still a minority, but it's more common. It's more common for sure. I think that's in some ways a good thing because there's this rush for a lot of young people to get into these relationships and have these experiences, but it's honestly I think it's a mistake, and I think you rob yourself of something truly meaningful. I've been in situations where I could have. I've had situations where I wanted to, but for one reason or another, it didn't work out. But I've also had situations where I didn't really want to, but if I had wanted to, it could have happened. But in those situations where I said no, it was. I think at that point in time, I just started to really. I think I'd come to develop a really stronger sense of who I am and what I want. And before that point, I think I was kind of going with emotions and figuring things out. I was still in that phase of making dumb mistakes and learning the hard way. But eventually, I just kind of settled on this idea that wait. What do I actually want? I don't want to do this because part of losing your virginity, having sex with a girl, all these sort of things. It's social acknowledgement, acceptance. It's fitting in with the crowd. It's like a rite of passage, or you're one of the yeah, I guess cool kids now, you've done the thing. Because again, there's a whole lot of negative connotations around not having done that. You're seen as morally deficient somehow, which is such a crazy inversion, right? So you're seen as more morally virtuous when you're sleeping around. This is crazy. This is society these days. You're seen as more morally virtuous when you're sleeping around and doing this and doing that, and when you're like, when you're just chilling, minding your business, and you're like, I don't know. I don't think people believe you. People don't believe. That's the thing. I think that's the issue. People don't think that you're actually preserving yourself. People think that you just can't. Which, I mean, even if it's true that you just can't, I think you're still better off because it's a mistake. I think it just leads to negative outcomes when you're engaging in all this promiscuity. Regardless, there was a broader point I wanted to make. Now I've lost. I'll find it. So yeah, I just think that there's beauty in preserving yourself because yeah, I was more so wanting to prove to myself, prove to others that I can really do this if I really want to. Because you don't want to be seen as an insult. You don't want to be seen that way. But at some point, I was like, wait, that's not a reason to take this very dramatic step. It's a very big thing to do. And to do that just because other people are putting pressure on you to do that, and you're trying to prove to yourself to people whose opinions they don't even matter that much. Because once you, let's say, I do it, and then like I don't get some sort of trophy. Like they don't hold an award ceremony for me, and they walk me out on a red carpet, and there's confetti and a big trophy, and it's televised, and everyone like whenever I go out, like people like say, can I take a photo with you? Oh my gosh, you finally did it. Like there's none of that. Like no one actually gives a fuck. So I realized that yeah, I can't do this because I'm trying to prove a point to anyone. It's a very hollow thing, and you realize that yeah, it was actually for nothing, and I sacrificed what would have been a very special moment with my future wife. I sacrificed that for social acceptance, which I didn't actually get, and though I got nothing, which is sad. It's just sad. So at some point, I'd say maybe around 22. I think I was around 22 when I came to the realization that, which actually wasn't that long ago. I'm 24 right now, so it wasn't that long ago. At some point around 22 years old, I was like, yeah, I don't need to be doing all this. I was again, quote unquote, seeing someone. There's someone else now. At that point, I was quote unquote seeing someone, and that was more complicated. But anyway, we were entertaining the idea of sleeping with each other. She wanted to. She was the one who suggested it. Actually, I was shocked because she was very blunt and to the point, and I was like, "You wanna, she was very straightforward. She straight up said, "Do you want to have sex?" Which was, to me, just very shocking. Concern. I'm hoping it's just because like she just really liked me and she doesn't just do that with anyone. That's my hope. But I don't know. But anyway, it turned out that she was more so in it for the thrill. She just wanted the physical exchange. She was not necessarily invested in the idea of a relationship, and we were like very different people. A relationship would not have worked. It would have been so chaotic, and it would have ended. It would have 100% ended, and it would have been. I think I would have just walked away with a ton of emotional baggage. So I eventually decided that, you know what, it's probably for the best that I don't sleep with this girl. Like we actually set it up. But yeah, no. The fact that she just didn't want a relationship for me was just like, it's kind of crazy because when I think about it, if the conditions had been right, I probably would have done it, which is unfortunate. I wish I'd always, because I didn't have this education, growing up. My mom is conservative as well. She doesn't believe in premarital sex and all these sort of things. Traditional Christian woman. But her problem is she doesn't like to talk about these things. She doesn't like to have the conversations. And if she does have the conversation, it's always along the lines of just don't do it. It's wrong, bad, 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 which doesn't help a young man who's horny as hell. It's like just saying no, very bad, very sinful. It's just like it's not that much of a help. I think what would have helped is an education on why these things are destructive, and why waiting is better and all these sort of things. I didn't have any of that. I just kind of had to feel it out. You might hear from other sources, like some YouTube channel or something like that, but it always hits different coming from one of your own. When someone can just sit you down and have a conversation, someone you trust can sit you down and maybe share their own personal stories or whatever. That's what I'm gonna do with my kids. I'm gonna have those conversations. I think it's so important. I just wish I'd had that, and I wouldn't have made certain mistakes because with that girl I'm talking about, we didn't sleep with each other, but we did. Like, I've shared this before. We did exchange a lot of. Oh God, I just can't believe I did that. But anyway, we exchanged a lot of videos and stuff like that, and very graphic material, very graphic. Yikes, dude. And yeah, there was something there. It felt it wasn't sex, but it felt damn close, just because of the emotional exchange that took place there. And it started to affect me in a way psychologically, because you know it it's so weird because it's a digital exchange. You're not physically doing these things with this person, but it felt like I was developing a very strong emotional tie to her, even though we hadn't actually done it. We were just simulating. She was sending me videos of herself doing certain things. I was saying, "Oh God, no, I don't even want to get into the details of it." But yeah, I just wish I hadn't done that. But making that mistake, I think that was the beginning of me being like, yeah, nah, I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could do this with anyone. I would have to be committed. I'd have to be married to him to just know that this is the person for me. I think that particular moment when that happened, I was just like, never again, man. And I tried with that particular girl. She knew my mom, and my mom and her had taught and all this stuff. So I was kind of trying to set things up for a relationship so that I could, because now that I'm thinking about it, I'm remembering now what happened in my mind, because taken this very, in my view, dramatic step of sharing these very intimate parts of myself with this person. I was like, yeah, well, now I have to commit to it because I've done this thing, and I just feel like I feel like I've given away such a big part of myself, and she has that, and I can't just let it stay like that. I have to commit. I have to commit. I have to commit because I've done this. I've given away something important. So I was trying to set up a, I was trying to create conditions that would make sense for us to be in a relationship. I didn't introduce it to my mom for that reason. There were other reasons why she ended up getting acquainted with my mom. She needed help with something. My mom happened to be in a position to help that, and that's how she ended up. That's how she ended up getting to know my mother. It was just ideal for me. I was like, oh, this is working out in my favor. And then yeah, we just started entertaining the idea of a relationship. And I think it could have worked if I was willing to compromise just my personal values, because again, we're very different. And a lot of guys do this. A lot of guys do this thing of like compromising their values because, you know, I, I do think it's harder for guys to get into relationships than girls, because girls have more options, generally speaking. Like there are a lot of girls who will be like, oh no, like no one likes me. It's like, no. No one that you like likes you. So the guys you like don't like you back. But there are guys who like you that you don't like, and you don't even think of them as options, but they are options. You just don't like your options. That's different from a guy who has no options, like no one likes him. That's the difference between men and women. So women will say that, oh, I have no options. No, you have no options that you like. That's not the same thing as having no options. But anyway, why was I making that point? What was the point of that? Oh, oh yeah. Because guys won't have options, when they do find a girl that likes them, they immediately settle because they're like, it's not going to get better than this. I'm not going to find anyone. So even if the girl is just diametrically opposed to them, like let's say, so this was the situation I was in with this girl. I'm more conservative. She's way more liberal. Just like like you don't understand. like I said, she offered me sex. I wasn't the one that was like, we should do this. We should. She was the one who brought it up. So that's that's the type of girl she is, and I just I wasn't as conservative then as I am now, so I was going along with it, but I still had conservative leanings. So I was just aware that there's just so many areas in life we're not aligned. If I'd been willing to compromise on those things and let things slide and whatever, I do think we could have made it work. Well, it wouldn't have worked. We would have broken up eventually, or I would have just been miserable. But yeah, regardless, we had the conversation. We had the conversation about a relationship, and she said, you know what? My only thing is we're just different. We're just so different. I don't know if you'd be willing to change certain things to make it work, the concept of relationship. Would you be willing to change certain things? And I realized the answer is no. I'm not willing to change some of these fundamental parts of myself and to compromise on my fundamental beliefs. I can't. It's ridiculous. Things like how we're gonna raise our kids and the way we live our lives, and just fundamental things, fundamental beliefs. I don't think she was Christian. I'm Christian. I don't think she was. Her parents Her parents are, but she's, one of these rebels. So yeah, there were just so many things we were not aligned in, and it just made me realize that yeah, this is not a good idea. So it didn't work, and I had to come to terms with that. That yeah, you just gave her that part of yourself, and you're gonna have to live with that. Just it's gone. It's gone. So that took that bothered me for a while, like a long time. Like it really like it took me a long like about a year and some change to get over that. But eventually I was like, fuck, dude, I have to move on. I have to move on because I was just stuck on this girl. And eventually I was just like, yeah, no, it's over, it's over, it's over. There's no hope. And ever since then, I think that's when I really became like adamant and certain that I can't sleep with a girl before I marry her. I just can't do it. I can't do it. I think it would just damage me so much. Well, if things didn't work out. But yeah, I just don't want to take that risk. I just don't want to take that risk. So yeah, that's when I really went down the path of like, I'm gonna wait. And I also went to a boys' school, so that's why in high school I didn't really have that many opportunities in high school. I was surrounded by a bunch of dudes for most of high school, and you didn't get to see girls that often. If you knew someone, because there are a lot of guys who go to parties and stuff, and there were opportunities to meet girls, but I've always been more introverted. So I wasn't really outgoing. I had my friends, my nerdy friends in high school. I did have someone I was quote unquote seeing. I'm always seeing people. I was seeing someone in high school, this girl, but we were kids. I don't think sex was on our mind. I was like 15, 16 when I was seeing this girl. We were like watching Captain America together, going out to the mall together, stuff like that. Sex wasn't really a thing in our minds at the time. I think I really started thinking about sex like when I was 18 in film school. That's when it like really clicked, this idea that wait, I can fucking sleep with women, bro. That's when I really started to think about things that way. But before then, it was just like, let me get to know ya. Let's hang out. Let's go watch a movie. Like, stuff like that. I was 19 when I had my first kiss. And then, yeah. I think things just started to progress from there. And I really was like, whoa, I think I should sleep with someone. But like I said, when I finally got the opportunity to do so, I was just like, nah, it's a bad idea, bro. And then there was another girl who, I don't know when this happened. I think by the time this had happened, yeah. By the time that whole situation with that girl happened, I was cemented. Like, I'm not doing this anymore. And then I think I met this other girl who, yeah. I think that happened afterwards. Yeah, it did. I met this other girl who, she never said outright that she wanted to have, to sleep with me, but one day just randomly she because there is context that before she offered to come to my place, but there was before then we'd had certain conversations. I got the sense that she liked me, and then just one day just like, yo, I'm in your area, can I come over, yada yada yada. And I got the sense that she was trying something, that she wanted to get frisky or whatnot. And I was just like, I don't think she just wants to sit and chat. I don't think that's what her intentions are. So I offered, but I was like, I'll give her the benefit of the doubt and assume that she wants to sit and chat. So I offered to take her out for coffee, Starbucks. I was like, yeah, I don't think you can come to my place, but we can go to Starbucks or something. I don't remember. Yeah, I think that's exactly what I said actually. And she literally, I'm not even exaggerating. After that, she never spoke to me again. She never said anything. She blue ticked me. Blue tick is when you have WhatsApp. I don't know what these other messaging apps do, but in WhatsApp, blue tick means she left me on red. She read the message and didn't reply. So that when that happened, that kind of confirmed to me that yeah, she just wanted to fuck, because I offered to treat her like a lady, to take her out, pay for her whatever her meal or whatever that we were gonna do, and talk, just get to know her, treat her nicely, because I just did not want to sleep with this girl. Just didn't want to do it. At least not at first. But she didn't like that. It seems. I could be wrong. Maybe she forgot to reply and just never remembered. Because she never said anything to me ever again. And yeah, I just left it at that. I didn't say anything either. But I could be wrong. You never know what someone's situation is, what's going through their head. You never know why someone does what they do. Y'all let me know what you think in the comments. Y'all let me know what you think in the comments. If you don't have to pray, I know my videos so different, but I think for this individual audience right now, thank you for being more and unique and guided on a path towards peace, prosperity, and purpose. Thank you for blessing this person with wonderful people in their life. Love them, take care of them, and bring the absolute best out of them. And thank you for maintaining the ones who are there to do the same thing. Thank you for blessing this person with love and marriage, sustain that love and marriage, and making you very, very happy. Thank you for blessing this person with the spirit of gratitude so they can give thanks for all the wonderful things in their life. And by giving thanks, they can find peace, contentment, and attract even more blessings. Let your presence be felt in this person's life. So Lord, your God, let your will, let your love them, and will be there for them. Good health, long life, and happiness over this person, everyone they care about in your mind. And I pray in Jesus' name, I pray. Amen, amen, and amen.